Hello, welcome back to the NXL down here at the World Cup. My name's Matt Falby. I'm with AG Paintball, and I am here with a special guest from the Vegas Golden Misfits. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Steve Connor with the Vegas Golden Misfits, coaching this event with them.
Yeah, you've had a good day so far, right?
Yeah, we went 2-0 today and 2-0 yesterday. Team's looking really good.
And a nice, dramatic win earlier today.
Yeah, we lost a point with about 35 seconds left against DMG, and I looked at Sean, who owns the team, and I said, "Do you want to win this, or do you want to go to overtime?" And he, of course, I know Sean, and Sean says, "We're going to win this." So, ran a play, ended up hanging the flag, about 5 seconds left.
So basically, you asked a question because you knew the answer you were going to get?
Yeah, it's better than getting yelled at when I get back to the house,
Yeah. Oh, plus you just offloaded responsibility. That's another good management move.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that.
Get somebody else's scalp on the line. Speaking of scalp, wow, see that segue? That's called a segue. We got Colorado Blitz versus Scalp, which Scalp is one of the French teams here today. Impressive French team so far from what I've seen. And then we're going to have New Jersey Jesters versus Look New Management.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch Scalp. I seen that they were 2-0. It looked like yesterday, and I haven't been able to put any eyes on them, so it's good. I get to do a little bit of scouting and watch the games with you.
Yeah, we have really not much of any info on these French teams coming in. They're just not in our orbit. But as a commentator, I've been very impressed with what I've seen. This could sound jingoistic or unfair to say, but my expectations are often a little bit lower because I think, look, these foreign teams aren't getting to play against the best in the world. This is me showing my ignorance, by the way. Let's be very clear, because then they show up, and crap, they've played really well.
Yeah, and we played Joe Bar, which is from France also, and we scouted them hard, and they had a rough first day. The first match today, they looked excellent.
Yeah.
And their guns are on point. I would say, at least for that French team, their lanes and them holding their lanes, once again, the bunkers, was phenomenal.
And let me add, they also did a good job attacking. The French teams I've watched so far have been, on average, more aggressive than the non-French teams.
Yeah, I don't know if this is true, but someone told me they only play with 4 pods over there. So they shoot on the break, and that's what they have to do, shoot on the break, hold their lanes, and then make those bumps. I said that makes sense if that's all you have is 4 pods to play a match.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
All right, so Colorado Blitz on my left. We got Scalp on my right. Scalp taking that kind of dogleg run into the snake. Gets in clean immediately to the 50.
Looks like Blitz lost one.
Yeah, Blitz is going to drop down by 5-4, and they're also going to lose the positional battle right now. No, keep your hopper down, sir. No.
A little bit too aggressive. When you get up that far and you go over the top of the bunker, you have to do a snapshot. You can't just hold that lane like that.
Yeah, you're right. You're asking.
Oh, there's a penalty. Blitz got a major.
Oh, that's going to kill them. No pun intended. That should leave, I believe, one Blitz player left alive.
I think they may have got him. Yeah.
All right, so no great damage done from Ledoux's slight mistake there at the brick. But, yeah, if you're that far upfield, maybe just calm down a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. Settle in. Let your team help you out a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, if you're drawing a bunch of guns, let your teammates make moves at that point.
Yeah.
Isolate your gunfights. More than anything else, like when especially at year 50, you need to isolate gunfights. Don't come over the top because you're not isolated then. A one-on-one gunfight, even somebody as bad as me might win. But I'm not winning a 3-on-1 gunfight over the top. I like how quickly you agree that I'm a bad player, Steve.
I haven't seen you play it. I just made a guess,
Yeah. So, Steve, do you have a chance to say thank you to any sponsors? You got a chance. You got the world listening.
I have a few. I asked Sean to text me earlier today because I know I would forget. But first and foremost, my team shot, Dye guns since day one, and we've been around since the early 2000s. And so Dye's our main sponsor. We have, Carbon Paintball for all of our packs and soft goods. They have the best in the game for that. High Rock Construction paid for our entry at this event.
Nice.
And then GI Paintball supplies our paint for this event. It's been shooting lights out. And then LVPP is the field we practice at. And then Buddy Halstead with the Brawlers. That's also a Division II semi-pro team. Huge thanks to them. And most importantly, Sean's wife, who really owns the team, Lindy, and their daughter, Sailor. They've been awesome to us. And nothing but the best. And then last but not least is Marcelo, who's our main coach.
Marcelo Margot?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Looks like a clean breakout for both teams. 5 alive. Not super good. Neither team tried to get into the snake right off the break. What do you think about the odds of getting in the snake off the break? You've been playing this field now.
I like it. It's all about your route you run in positional of how they're playing. I'm not going to probably
don't
tell
give
you.
away the far.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you
Yeah.
where those are, but situational, I think it's probably about 80%.
Looks like Look Do Management just got a minor, so they're going to drop a couple bodies. Jesters trying to dig in here. Unfortunately, they've lost the snake battle.
Yeah, they're going to keep that. He switched back. Dorito 1 was staying across field for this guy to hop over to the 50, but he crawled up the beam here in the snake.
Here's something you'll get used to as a commentator. As soon as you say something that a player is doing, they'll immediately stop doing it. So Look to Management is going to get, they missed that shot. So from the snake here, you have some shots on Dorito's side, but you've got to hit the first couple balls. Because once the Dorito side knows you're there, they can tuck in and live against the snake. It's not a free kill.
Yeah.
So you've got to use the element of surprise and get that kill in your first, I'll say, 5 shots.
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like they're pushing to their center, like command center bunker here.
Look to Management well in control. Another player walking off.
Let's see
for
if he
Jesters.
wraps on him from the snake once he notices he got that kill. Nope.
Yep, they
got
lose
all
their
5.
center. And that's going to be a walk-in buzz. Wow. That number 11 for New Look Management. He has, I think he has most of the paint supply of North America on his back right now. I'm guessing there's maybe less pods than I thought. Some of these players bring an amazing amount of paint onto the field.
Yeah.
I die much too fast for it to matter. I bring 4, I use 1 is a typical game for me.
You know, lately it seems like these fields have been, you can get some long points out of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I've noticed all these semi-pro games, there's a lot of, 10-point total games. It's pretty impressive of how different fields have different styles. And sometimes, you can get off 12 pods in these games, but it seems like most of the matches are only going a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
So walking this field the week before and then walking the field, once I got here to see if there's any differences, to me, this looks like a field that I could run. Well, I'm slow, but that a good athlete could run almost anywhere on the field. There's so many lane blockers. To me, it looks like there's only 2 really clear shooting lanes, and that's in that approach diving zone into the snake, and then over kind of in between the can and that D1.
Yeah, so you're right, but the center field's really low. So a lot of people throw balls back up the middle, so it does make it a little bit more difficult. But I've seen a lot of people getting shot to the snake insert bunker and snake corner, and it seems like it's about as hard to make it to those bunkers as it is the snake.
All right, Cardo Blitz on my right. We got Scalp on my left.
Blitz lost their tower, snake side.
So both teams have 4 and 4 now. I think Colorado Blitz is a little bit better situation if they want to try to get in the snake. They have to get past that tower. However, the snake side tower is the one that's going to stop the move into the snake.
They're cross, too, from the drill side can. That'll make it a little bit difficult if he's holding that lane.
The Colorado Blitz player in the God or the snake insert bunker, he's got to win this gun battle with the tower just for a couple seconds and then go. I try to read the players, whether or not they're getting a little antsy. You can sometimes see it in their body language when they're getting ready to go. He's got his knee planted. I don't see that urgency.
Yeah, he's kind of hunkered in, shooting cross, coming back and forth. They just matched him in God here, too.
And as I say, there's no sense of urgency. He immediately makes his bump.
They just shot the home out, so Blitz gets another kill.
So 3 bodies left for Scalp. And Blitz is in the snake, at the beginning of the snake. He can probably go ahead and crawl on the inside, although he chooses the outside, and he's going to get there clean.
Yeah, he can make another bump here, too.
Yeah. At this point, I don't think anybody has vision for this move from what I'm calling the snake wall to the brick. I think he can go outside.
You can shoot it cross field from the Doritos, but most people aren't shooting that shot. But you're right. In this situation, he could have made that bump. Scalp's looking good.
Again, the French teams have come to play today. I'm very impressed with them. Unfortunately, the Scalp player over here on the Snake Wall 1, he's lost track of targets. I think he's lost track of where the Blitz player is.
Let's see if this guy in this... Oh, he just got shot. That was a great find. the guy in the center bunker on Blitz got shot. I didn't see where it came from, but I think it might have been that snake one.
I think it was. He brought his gun out to the inside right about that same time.
He doesn't know there's a snake.
This Blitz player's going to get blown up. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if no one told him there, but he's been there a while.
Yeah. So Blitz had everything going for him. It's certainly not game over yet. I don't want to say as if they've lost it, but right now, I think Scalp just took the momentum back. There's nothing opposing this snake player. Now, he doesn't know that, of course, for certain. You have to act as if there is somebody waiting for you, but, man, he could just go the whole length of the snake right now. If I were him, I'd almost be better off not shooting my gun at all. Just move the whole length and then pop up. Here he goes. Keep going, sir.
Yeah, if he crawls that beam, no one can see him. Oh, did he just give it away?
I don't know. He can blow up that tower if he sees it. Now, it might be blind. Now,
he
see the Dorito first.
There's a Dorito.
The tower, there's a block shot with that juice box is blocking it.
Oh, he missed a Dorito.
Oh, he did.
Oh, he got the tower, though. Oh, and a miner. They're going to be down 1.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe down 2.
No, so what? This is a European reffing crew, and their style is if one ref throws a flag, all the other refs sympathetically throw the same flag. I assume that the philosophy is make sure that the other team can completely see it. Because occasionally as a ref you short arm it. The flag only goes head level. I think that's what they're doing. It can be confusing because then you have teams going, oh, I saw 3 red flags go.
Yeah. That'll be bad.
They're going to be out of players for the rest of the tournament. So yeah, when you see multiple flags with this crew, they're just reinforcing the call. All right. Well, I think we have New Look Management on my left. And on my right, we got New Jersey Jesters. You and I talked about this off air. Yeah. At Chicago, the Jesters played an incredible match against PB Fit, if I'm not mistaken, in the prelims. They went up big. They couldn't hold on to it. But, PB Fit is going to go pro next year, most likely.
Yeah.
And they're an incredibly dominant team. So.
Yeah, when Jesters are playing good, they're very, very impressive team.
Yeah.
And I was there on the sideline. I watched that match, and I actually think they should have won. They got a couple bad calls towards the end, but definitely played their hearts out on that game.
I think at this level of play, none of these teams can you take lightly. The 30th ranked team in semi-pro will still clean your clock if you screw up.
Absolutely. I agree. Oh, I like that.
I think he may have caught the tower. Tower's asking for a check. He is clean.
He missed him.
So new management tower stays live to fight another day. Jesters into the snake.
So let's see if the tower. Oh, he stopped. Okay.
Yeah, that tower, that was his job, was to stop the movement of the snake, and he missed it. Bispo gets into the snake for Jesters. He could drop and crawl to the bridge.
I don't know if he's shooting at him. He's seen him now. Yeah.
And New Look Management player asking for a check again. Every time he asks for a check, the Jester player makes a bump. I don't know if it's coordinated or if it's just pure luck.
I'm surprised he's shooting inside. I mean, I like the inside shots from where he is in the snake, but with no one out wide other than that God bunker, I think you should take the wrap on him. I'd like that a little bit better.
The tower should wrap?
Yep. See, because now he just filled.
Yeah, good move.
Yeah, so if he was on the wrap, he would have been able to lock him in. Oh, okay.
And I got him killed by saying good move. Nothing will kill you faster than me telling you did good.
And he got a miner.
Oh, that's brutal. All right, well, New Look Management's kind of pinned now. They got the home, and they got the D1 over in the corner. Bispo's in a great position. Oh, he makes a move up the Dorito side, though, from the D corner. He's into D2 at least.
Okay, let's see if he goes on the wrap now to get him. Here we go.
Oh, the home is about to get crushed.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oof.
Look at his mask.
There is no greater reward for being the player on your team with the most survivability than getting bunkered by 3 guys at the end of every
love it.
game.
Look at him run by right here.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he got destroyed.
Your front players die easy, and then your back player that's left alone just pays the price. That's so brutal.
That's my kind of paintball right there.
You did a great job surviving. Now, here, get blown up. Oh. All right. Well, New Look Management needs to get back in this match. Not a great start for them. This is as far as we'll go into it. But everybody wants to know, New Look Management, what went on? I had a very nice statement from the coach that just said a lot of our players just wanted to go in a new direction. And so we're starting under a new team, New Look Management. We're moving forward. So he was very polite about it. And let's not get into any flaming chat wars.
That's it. It's glad to see both teams out, though.
Yeah, Cyclones are here. New Look Management. I don't know if New Look Management is like a pun of a team name, or do they have a sponsor that's called New Look Management? I'm not sure.
I think it might be a pun.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. All right, Scalp on my right. Colorado Blitz, whose jerseys I love, on the left. Oh, the Scalp player takes an ugly fall. I think
He might have got bounced. I think he got bounced on the break. Well, that God bunker, now he's shooting cross field.
Yeah. Looks like he went to my diving clinic. Fall hard and have a yard sale.
At break, we might have to have you run and slide into the snakes. I can see this.
Nobody wants to see that. I have not signed a waiver, and the NXL cannot afford me doing anything athletic.
Not enough insurance, huh?
No. All right, 5 alive for both teams. I haven't seen anybody walking off yet.
No, I haven't either.
Of course, neither of them took great risks trying to get upfield. Blitz does have that D1 corner. I don't think Scalp has anybody out further than the
there
towers.
You go.
There we go, finally.
Yeah, the God went snake 1. He's into the snake 2 here.
This is oh no, now he has gun problems. Yeah, the snake player for Scalp is having some kind of gun problem at the moment. I don't know if it's hopper or gun. And there he goes. He's back up.
Yeah, I think he's in.
That is it. That is a very important gun to have running. Still 5 alive.
Yeah, on both sides.
Yeah, doing a good job digging in over there. Obviously they're yelling in French over there, so I can't pick up any of their communication. I don't know what
here's the
Scalp
rap.
is saying.
See, that's what I was saying like last game. That wrap right on that God. If he keeps oh, they blew it.
Blitz toweled out of that. That
how much
seems a little
how much time's left in the game?
I don't have the clock up in front of me. I'm not sure, but it should be plenty of time. That's an interesting towel.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying it's entirely wrong because Blitz was in a bad position. Scalp had taken the 50. You can justify that. It's not unjustifiable, but it still felt early.
Yeah, I like to. I guess I towel early sometimes too, so I get it. Like,
right.
Clock management, right?
You have no faith in your team, is what I'm hearing.
You ask them, yeah, they might say that. No, you never know. They can get a major, they find a hit, but when you're trying to manage the clock and you have to get 2, possibly 3 points, let's just say, as much time as you can save is so crucial to the match.
So I find some of the interesting towels really early in matches when I'm like, how do you know if you're going to need that time at the end of a match, or you'd rather there not be time? So I don't always understand the towels early on in matches.
Oh, he got shot, yeah. 2 on the break.
Ooh, New Look Manager drops 2 bodies very quickly. Jesters aggressively into the snake.
They both like stopping at that second knuckle of the snake, shooting crossfield. Let's see if he bumps in the 50.
So I think he's doing the right thing, which is that if you're moving up the snake, stop for a split second, look crossfield, see if there's a cheap and easy kill to get, and then if there's not, keep moving.
Yeah. Oh, here, look at this. Look at this move. Nice.
Great run through.
As they get the corner too.
And I like that run through because you're up on bodies. It's fine trading a body away.
Yeah, it was a little risky for me, just purely for there's a Dorito that should have been looking crossfield.
True.
And it was a long run.
True.
But it worked, so I can't really say it was the wrong play or not.
And you know what? He didn't know where all the bodies were because you saw him going downfield, checking off each bunker as he went because he wasn't 100% sure. So he rolled the dice a little bit there.
Yeah, I like it, though. I mean, a lot more aggressive game plan on that one, and it seems like it's working for him.
Yeah.
Last year we went out to Colorado to play Blitz, like I was telling you off the air, and they play really good out of the pocket when they played us. So, kind of curious if they're going to have any kind of center plays for us in this match.
When you say they're good out of the pocket, you mean they're doing the conservative breakout, but then they're good at making their secondary bumps from it?
Up the middle. Yeah. They're very good playing the middle. Yeah. Excellent gunfighters, excellent playing the middle of the field.
Yep. So I keep my eye on Malsum over there for Colorado Blitz.
And there you go. There's the middle. I think he got shot. Nope, he's in.
He's live. He's been one of the real bright spots I've watched this year on them. Not the only one, just one of them.
Yeah. No, I think their strongest play is the middle like they are now, and looks like they got 1 kill.
They did. Peeled him off the Dorito side from Scalp. So Scalp's down 4 on 5. Scalp is on the back line. They're not in the God, so they're not in a position to really push into the snake yet.
Scalp's very disciplined, though. Like they know how to talk with each other, stay put, work as a team. They're a very disciplined team. Scalp's in a snake one there.
Good bump into the snake. So he's right now. That Scalp player needs to worry about that tower.
Blitz matched him there.
Keep your hopper down, sir.
It looks like Scalp has no one on the Dorito side. Oh, they shot him.
Yeah, Blitz just lost their snake player. So I think that's still Malsum in the middle for Blitz. His job right now is to try to prevent movement up the snake. But snake player just drops some crawls. You can tell me how wrong I am, and I'm fine with that. I believe that the best bunker on the field for stopping snake play is actually this wedge at the 50 close to the snake. It's hard to get to. It's easy for me to say that. It's very hard to get to. But if you go there, your player can look down into the snake, and that means even if somebody trying to crawl is going to have a very difficult time.
Yeah, it's just such a tough bunker to make it there.
Scalp player just got shot in the headband by his own player, but it bounced off.
And usually, I think most of the time they'll be in the snake before you can get that 50 bunker. But if you're there, yeah, it would be difficult to make it in.
What I'm about to propose, I don't think you can do consistently. But I think you can run up the middle towards that middle wedge where Malson's playing right now, and then just make a quick dive out to it. I think it's possible. It's a risky player.
Yeah. Oh, they just shot the snake from the, looks like the snake tower on Blitz's side.
Yep. That's a big loss for Scalp.
And they just shot him in the foot, too.
Scalp player needs to go ahead. Oh, he chooses to back up.
That kid's quick.
Scalp player does a drop back. I would advocate.
They're running down the Dorito side? They're in there. Oh.
So another drop back by Colorado Blitz. I think that's Malsum.
It is. He ran all the way from the center command back to that corner.
And that is a tough place to live. I'm glad he's a small frame. Scalp's starting to hunt through this.
I think it's one person left on Blitz.
It might just be Malsum.
I think so, because Blitz's Dorito guy tried to run down and got shot. And I don't think there's another guy on that side.
Malsum chose the worst bunker to be alone in. Yeah, I believe
he just got clipped.
It's just Malsum, and he's going to get hit from the Dorito side. Hey, I don't want to gush, but for Malsum, great game. He did. I mean, his team did not win, and I'm not. Maybe he could have done better, but I'd actually say, hey, you played really well. You did a lot of good stuff on the field and a drop back when you needed. Smart play. So
yeah, I just for that point for me, if I was Blitz's coach, I'd want him just to be a little bit more patient. I thought they had a great breakout. They looked good the first 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and it just seemed like they just kept either making too big of moves instead of working with each other and making those slow bumps.
Yeah.
Just not a fan on this field of those big, long runs.
Are you talking on the breakout or as a secondary?
Secondaries are because they try to go to their Dorito.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather you just, go to the 50 bunker, and start finding them. I mean, that's a tight position when you're down bodies.
Mm-hmm. All right, new look management on my left. Jesters on my right. Jesters in the snake on the breakout. 5 alive for both teams.
Oh, he's up the middle.
Yeah. New look management goes right up the middle to that wedge. Good move. I think Kavanaugh from Jesters might have picked up on that move, though.
Jesters got one of their guys out of the back got shot. He might have been in that snake can.
So Kavanaugh's got to keep his gun on that middle wedge. He cannot lose gun dominance, and that worked. He took him.
And he might have shot the center guy, and the snake can's dead on new look management.
So I think we're back to a 4-on-3.
And back center. Oh, I think that's 5 dead.
Oh, wow.
That was quick.
Yeah. And I believe Jesters lost the first body, correct?
They did.
Yeah.
They did. I didn't catch everything on the Drew side so far away from me here, but it looks like someone was going to work on that side of the field.
It's the mystery land at times. Just around the other side of the field. So good camera views, though. So if you're watching at home, there's some views that you have that we don't. We got Comp Paintball is here running the production for this, and they put up some really good camera angles. You'll occasionally even see a drone take flight. I think it's battery dependent, of course. All right, Blitz on my left, Scalp on my right. I assume Scalp is going to take the insert God bunker, the snake insert. Yep. There you go. Blitz loses their first player up the middle. That's Malsum. That's a big loss for him.
Looks like Scalp's running pretty much the same breakout, but I mean, why change it if it's not broken, right?
It's risky if you don't. I mean, as a coach, you know this. You got to change things occasionally. The other team picks up on it and is going to punish you for it.
Yeah, well, it's kill 3 against Blitz. It looks like they have the center tower and back center only. The tower went to that brick shooting Dorito side, trying to lock down. That's a pretty big lane shooting across field from the brick. Now he switched back to the snake.
Yeah, what you're calling the brick or the little juice box, that's not a great position to be in this situation. He's going to have poor vision, and he's going to have poor defensibility.
Yeah.
Ooh. There's a ref racing in to check the home player for Colorado Blitz. That's never good.
Yeah, just one left here in that juice box.
And a minor. Yeah. As a spectator, you can almost guess there's a flag coming depending on the speed at which a ref is running in a certain direction. You pretty much know there's a flag coming.
That's why you run away from them.
I've done that. I've watched flags go up and race away from my teammates. I'm like, oh, I got to move.
Yeah. There's nothing worse than getting pulled on someone else's penalty.
Oh, my God. I've actually yelled at the refs, please pull my teammates, let me go.
You know, that's one good thing about our team, the Misfits, is level-headed in the pit. So, like, you know, you get so angry that you get pulled on someone else's penalty, but how you handle it afterwards is so important to the team.
100% agree. So I'm not a big fan of the teams that kind of have a culture of fear, that if you screw up and you come off the field, you're going to get just ripped to shreds. And that leads to people not being willing to take any risks.
Yep.
Because they just start becoming afraid of their own management. So
I agree. You want that uniqueness from each player. I mean, obviously you have game plans and zones and all that, but you also want a little bit of that freestyle that they understand they can make that move and look a certain way.
Happen.
Yep, exactly.
Yep. I'd also like my players to be calm on the field. I'd like them to be able to carry on a conversation about where they're going, what movie they're going to see on Tuesday while they're under fire. Because if you can do that, then you can make smart decisions.
Absolutely. And in normal conversations, you know, not yelling at someone.
Exactly. New Look Management pushes
right
hard up the middle.
He's shooting snake side. Looks like they have 3 guns snake side. Back center shooting Doritos and Can shooting Doritos on New Look Management. Snake in there safe?
Yeah, Jesters take the snake, which they're becoming predictable at that, so I'm a little surprised they're not getting punished for it yet.
You know, and to New Look Management's credit, I mean, they shot for him. They just didn't hit him.
Yeah. Story of my playing career. Those who can do, those who can't webcast. That's a fact.
Is that why I'm on this webcast right now?
Well, we didn't want to say that out loud, but you figured it out. All right. Counter move up the middle by Jesters.
See, so on New Look Management, the guy in the snake side tower, he can shoot down on that first knuckle.
If he's tall enough, yeah.
Yep, so he's a pretty tall guy. It looks like he's shooting the outside of that, trying to pin him in there. Let's see if the Jesters try to make a bump, if that works or not. Oh, he goes back.
Tactical retreat. At the same time, they lose their middle player.
So now he can crawl up by going back.
If he goes around the outside, there's no shot from that tower? That wedge, Snake 2 wedge blocks it?
Dorito 2 or Dorito 1 can shoot it, and the tower on the Dorito side can shoot it.
Okay.
It's a tough shot from the Snake side tower. I mean, it can happen, but it's tough.
Well, I tell you what, as we're talking of that, Jesters fill in the snake, and right at the time that Snake side tower stopped shooting.
He got shot, crossfield. The only thing I don't like about that is, I mean, he was the 2 looking over a snake, so he filled in front of him. Oh, as 2 bodies come off.
Yeah, bodies peeling off for New Look Management.
Now that they shot the snake.
Boy, this is turning really messy real fast.
It is a messy game. What is it, two from New Look and 1 on the other side?
They've got the
Dorito 1?
Yeah, Dorito 1 hot, and I believe that might be it for now.
Yeah, I think it's a 2-on-1 here. And they spread the field very well right there.
3-on-1, actually.
Oh, it is 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, he got the snake.
Oh, good shot. It's a 2-on-1. Might be able to salvage it. Another player taking a walk?
No,
it was a trade. Okay.
Oh, they traded?
Yeah, that's a trade.
Good try, though.
Yeah,
really good try.
Yeah, he nearly pulled that off. So a little bit sloppy by Jesters trying to close that out. I do think there exists opportunities a lot, especially at lower levels of play when you're in that down body situation. Players tend to oftentimes get what I call wolf pack mentality.
Yeah.
Coming to you from Lone Wolf Paintball Fields. Nice segue. And they start getting sloppy because they want to be the guy that finishes the game.
Yeah, I feel that, from Division III to semi-pro, there's a lot of talented people.
Yeah.
What happens is they get more reserved, a little bit smarter with their moves. But the shots are the same, but they don't make those mistakes. And so to win in semi-pro, if you come up to this division and make those type of mistakes, it's very hard to pull back, even when you're down 2 points. So you have to limit those mistakes you make, and it makes it a lot easier for you.
Would it be fair to say that there's mistakes you can get away with at a lower level, but at this level, the other team will instantly punish you when you
absolutely.
Make
Or if you lose bodies, like teams at this level will notice if you lose 2 bodies, let's say from the snake side. If a really good team ain't going to let you fill that out. So you have to dig in deep, and if you can make that bump, of course you will, but most of the time they'll lock you out of that for making that bump wide.
Yeah, they'll recognize where you've lost it, and they won't let you refill it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, someone chose to take a timeout on us.
Good, I get a drink of water.
You've earned it. Congratulations. So one of the things that surprised me a little bit on this field, I've said it a few times today, I'm surprised the snake gets pushed as late as it does. I really thought I would be seeing partially because this snake side layout is so reminiscent of Philadelphia, where it was such an incredible push side. Teams were just conveyor belting bodies into that snake, no matter how many they lost.
Yeah.
And I'm not seeing that today.
I think like the 2 big bunkers that are really hurting people getting in the snake early is obviously the tower on the snake side, and they're shooting cross from the can on the Dorito side. So those lanes can drop in pretty well.
Yep.
But once they're in, I mean, the snake's obviously probably the most important place to be on this field.
And once you're in it, I think it's very easy to move up to that 50 brick. There's not a lot of shots to stop. There are some shots, but I think you can get past them with just a little bit of gun work.
Yeah, and bounce shots, are tough on this field too, because all the knuckles in the snake are close to each other. So there's certain bounce shots you can use to make sure they can't push further up. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, a smart player can get to the 50 brick pretty quick on this field. Yeah.
Like you came very close to giving away Golden Misfit secrets right there. You were so close to telling us the bounce shots.
Yeah, I might get fired if I did all that. Yeah.
Misfit security will suddenly show up and
he's waiting outside.
Yeah, pull you away. Yeah. So, in any case, the snake hasn't been pushed as hard as I expected. That's fine. Dorito side is one more than I expected.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it again in a minute.
Okay.
Here we go. Jesters on my right.
Looks like Jesters went to that, center command, I guess I'm calling it, that wedge. And then New Look is double stacked in the back center. That's pretty tough if you stay there for a while, especially losing your Y guy.
Yeah, well, that gives you a reason to go get to it. So, New Look management loses their D1, their D-side can on the back line.
There he is. Yeah, it's just too tight to stay that long.
Yep. So they're down to 3 bodies. Holmes going to try to make a bump up the middle to that tower. Doesn't work.
All right, looks like Jesters are in the snake.
So here we go. Bispo in the snake for Jesters. They're in a dominant position. That Dorito standing wide open to him.
They got him. Oh, they toweled it.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to throw New Look management a bone here. Well, technically, it's basically the same roster that played with the Cyclones. They have had upheaval, so in a way, they're not exactly a new team. They're far from a new team, but they're not exactly like probably what they were before, just because there's been a real upheaval.
Yeah, it's tough, losing 1 or 2 players, and I don't know what exactly happened on that roster. If it was half and half, or 7 people went this way, who knows? But it's just tough.
I think it was pretty much all of them.
Was it?
Yeah, moved over.
Yeah, it's even tough though, because you have a certain flow of the team, right? And then drama does hurt off and at the event, and so more kudos to them. They actually, I think they look really good. All these points have been really close, and it's just hard to get that gel back when you have a little bit of
disruption
mixing up going on. Yeah,
I don't know if they had to change their home field. I don't know if they.
I don't know.
Yeah, all those things can add to a disruption. So a little bit of a rebuilding event for them. I'm glad they came out and played, and I'm sure they'll be back next year.
Yeah.
Interesting is, will they keep the name or will they change the name again?
I don't know.
Yeah, we will see. So I'm going to ask you about a shot.
Yeah.
And maybe if you don't answer me, it's kind of telling if you don't answer me. But so when I was taking a look at this field, I was trying to figure out how to shoot the snake runner. And to me, the best shot of the snake runner that I could find was not your home player, moving up to the home, but was actually having one of your snake side players post his gun up about as far as he could from the box, right? And then literally take about one step out, stand in the open. You can use the tower as protection from their home shooting you.
Yeah. And
you can stand in the open and put a lane of paint right in that kind of dive zone into the snake.
Yeah, I like that shot, but the problem is the can on the drill side running across puts paint right there. Okay. So you could use that at occasions, but to use that shot all the time, you're gonna get shot.
You're gonna die for it.
So like if you notice, everyone here is using this tower. So probably both teams will go to the tower.
Yep.
And they're both shooting that rip over the knuckle. So I think that's what almost every team here I've noticed is using, is that tower shooting down.
You are correct. You are absolutely correct. It's almost mandatory to go to that tower.
I think that's 2 quick bodies coming off.
Yeah, 2 new look management bodies walking off. At the same time, one of the Jesters walking off in the middle. Jesters making a push from D1 up into D2.
It looks like Jesters kind of held back a little bit on this point.
I believe they're up in points at the moment.
Yeah. As I say that, he goes right into the snake.
So it's 4-2 with 6 minutes. No, that clock's not rolling. It may be less than 6 minutes.
Yeah, there's probably like 5.5, my guess is.
Yeah. So Jesters might want to pump the brakes a little bit, just drag the points out.
We just shot that guy. Ooh.
Do you know how many times that new look player at the tower has had to ask for a check? He's gotten so many bounces, it's crazy.
Must have good arm pads or something.
Yeah. And not just this point, but this whole match, he keeps taking balls and stopping and asking for a check. All right. Bispo hunting for kills. He's going to look Dorito side, see if he can pick off that D1, maybe not looking. Oh, okay, there we go. The bounce shot is being attempted right now. So the snake side tower for New Look Management trying the bounce shot off of the second inside snake wedge back into the box. I don't think it's working for him. But
I don't think that one's going to work for him from that angle. Look, they filled the corner. I like that. Let's see if he stays tape on him at all. No, New Look Management's corner shooting in. I thought he's going to try to sneak, see if he comes out on the wrap and catch him.
The D1 for New Look Management takes a walk off. I believe he was shot by Bispo.
Oh, they're in their command. Yeah,
this is going to fall apart real quick for New Look Management. They can still probably afford to towel it to save time. That might be the play here. They're probably around 3.5, 4 minutes, I'm guessing.
Yeah, at this point, I think a towel is probably the best.
Yeah, because there's no reason for them to close the game out.
And they're in terrible positions.
Yeah.
With they lost it. There you go.
See,
there I think you towel it 20 seconds before that, 25 seconds, and you have that much more time to try to bring this game back.
I think I'm watching aspirin being passed underneath the netting to one of the refs. Yeah, I don't think that's multivitamins. It is. If you have not reffed before at any level of tournaments, it is rough. It's rougher than playing. You get shot way more than if you play. Way more. And
you get no breaks, like to take your mask off.
Nothing.
It's terrible.
And you got no adrenaline in your system as a painkiller, right?
Yep.
Every shot is just like pure hell. It is brutal.
I reffed one time.
One time in your life?
That's it.
Oh, my God.
I've been playing since 1999. I reffed one time.
All right. Well, you are now officially part of the problem, not part of the solution, sir.
I'll be the problem if I have to ref. I'll be the problem.
It is rough. We had this conversation earlier. I kind of believe in a mandatory military service type approach for reffing. I think everybody should have to ref for at least a couple years so that from then on they won't act like the refs are screwing them and the refs are bad. Like, no, you could put on the stripes for a little while, and then you complain about the reffing.
No, I have nothing but respect for the refs because it is tough, and then after you eat lunch too, you get so tired that you don't want to do anything.
And then right when you think you're done, then there's playoffs for regional tournaments. Not so much here today. It's really rough. And all you get is complaint. By the way, I believe every ref staff in the history of paintball has been assembled by guilt. It's always a call on like a Wednesday with some tournament organizer going, "Oh man, come on, I need you to ref," and you're like, "No, I don't want to do it." But come on, we're short bodies, we need you. Like every single ref is pulled in by guilt.
I love back in the day when the teams had to ref, and then everyone was ref each other.
Yeah.
And then it's like if someone made a bad call, you know, it was on.
So what Steve is referencing is way back, and we got a timeout so we can fill some time here. Way back in the day, NPPL type back in the day. Early NPPL, right? The league was literally owned by the teams. I think there were like 10 founding teams or something. Names that you know, like Ironmen and All Americans, and I don't know. Anyways, and part of the league charter is you took your turn reffing, and usually it's at your home field. You know, the NPPL would be hosted at say Three Rivers Paintball in Pittsburgh, and I don't remember what team was out of probably All Americans would have to ref that event. So, which was great and all, but even the perceived biased reffing, right?
Oh, there's bias.
Even if the refs were as fair as possible, every team walks away screaming if the ref screwed us. Well, guess what? Next event that you just reffed, you have to go play with people reffing you that you ref last night. It was not great.
Keeps them honest, you know?
All right, we are in X-Ball, so you're going to see the same teams coming out. We got Jesters on my right.
Oh, they bounced the Jester guy going to the can snake side, but I think it broke on his right side.
Well, we're about to find out.
Yep, there it is.
You made the call.
So they got the minor on that, and they got another one shot.
Oh, man.
So 2 alive for the Jesters.
So New Look Management needs some fast points here. They're down by 3. There's about 3.5 left on the clock. This is a good start for them. Oh, New Look Management player taking a walk.
Another Jester getting looked at.
He's not playing. He asked for a check. I'd have a hard time giving him a penalty even if he's hit.
It took a long time to check him.
Yeah. No, and then they're saying, "No, we were wrong. You need to leave now, sir."
At least they're nice about it.
Yeah.
I think like an obvious hit when you do that could be a penalty, but at least they just pulled them out.
If you stay in too long with an obvious, you're trying to delay the game. Yeah, that's fair to throw a penalty on that.
I think that's all 5. Yeah.
All right. New Look Management needed that point. They got that point, and they got it in a relatively fast amount of time.
So 3 minutes left.
2 points to go, assuming this is a clean.
And this is where we'll see how it comes down to if they pull the next point off or not, because how we've been talking about that clock management.
Yep.
You know, it could come down to that last point. You need an extra 30 seconds.
Yep. So this is where your coaches earn their money in terms of toweling or not toweling, right?
Yeah.
So there's 3 minutes on the clock. They need 2 points. If you're the coach of New Look Management, how much time do you need on the clock? If this game goes into a long, grindy, oh my God, even if we win it, we're going to essentially lose.
Yeah.
What do you need left on the clock to? At which point you're just going to say, I'm going to towel it just to end this point and restart.
New Look?
Yeah,
I mean, if you towel it, has to be within the first 25 seconds of the game.
Okay. So if you don't have a good break or you lose a bunch of bodies.
You lose 3 guys, you got to towel. I mean, you have to take a little bit of risk. I mean, you lose 1, you'll play down 1, obviously. But if you lose 2, you might have to contemplate it. I mean, because you have to pull 3 1-minute points out. Right. So I would say I would set up a play that I think can last about 2 minutes in this scenario. Leave us with a minute, to win that last match. Hopefully, maybe they get a major. I don't know what the case may be, but you can easily pull a minute 30-second point off on this field comfortably.
Yeah.
So right now, my game plan, I've set up a certain play. I think, I mean, ideally a minute 30, but probably a 2-minute play that I hope can last 2 minutes.
Could I make a case? It's not a great case, but I'm going to try to make a case here. Look, this match is very likely going to come down to under a minute. New Look Management needs a point in 55 seconds, that kind of scenario. It's a very realistic scenario.
Yeah.
At which point they're going to go into a crazy kamikaze offense, right? Just throwing bodies downfield. Could I make an argument that maybe right now is the time to do that?
Absolutely, because then if you lose your bodies, you blow the talent right away, right?
You keep the time, and there's no way that the Jesters are expecting a kamikaze attack mission through the middle.
I'm all about that idea. I think making this the risk play is not a bad idea. Sending maybe 2 guys far on the break, that give you a huge advantage. Do you want to coach later, by any chance?
Your team is desperate, huh? New Look Management loses their tower on the Dorito side right off the bat. So they're down 4 bodies. They need to win this fast.
See, letting them into the snake is just horrible in this situation.
New Look Management has had no success stopping the Jesters from getting in the snake. None at all. I think that gentleman with the blue hair has made it in every single time for the Jesters.
They matched him. So he's technically in this little W on the snake side, and then they're in the second knuckle of the snake on the Jester side.
Yeah. All right, clock is ticking down. We're at 2 minutes, 20 seconds.
So it looks like
they need to attack.
It looks like New Look Management's in Dorito 3 playing the wrap here, so they got a good position on that side.
Yep. And I'm doing a little bit of body reading, but I get the feeling he's got crazy legs. He wants to make that bump to the 50, which he should.
Yeah. I think they might be wrapped in these towers. Or crossed, excuse me, not wrapped.
Yeah. New Look Management, we're down to 1:53. They've got to attack.
Yeah, this is where your team needs to absolutely know what the plan is.
Yeah. Now, the snake player for New Look Management being too cautious. He's doing too much looking. I know that in a normal situation, what he's doing is good caution, but we're down to 1:30.
And he has to make something happen here.
Yeah, got to go. Matter of fact, right now, I think he can bump to that brick. I don't think anybody's in a position
I think
to stop
that cross shot might get him.
Okay.
From the tower on the. Oh, now he has the move.
Yep. Now the window's there.
And so now the snake 1 on this side is posted down tape.
Yeah.
And their second knuckle is posted cross field.
So we talk a lot about windows of opportunity disappearing, and that's.
Oh, we just got shot the snake for a snake guy.
1 minute on the clock. Even if New Look wins this one, I would say this has been a tactical loss for them just because they've lost so much clock time.
Well, they got to go. I mean, running backwards on the field right there just, to me, is not the right look. No. Okay, last one left.
Another Jester walking off. I think we have this
Here
snake still hot. Nope, snake
Let's
takes
see
a
them
walk.
run it. They're going to have about 35 seconds-ish on the clock.
Go, run.
Yeah, he should run a little quicker to that buzzer.
Yeah. Okay. Here's our official verdict. If you're listening at home, if you want to fill in your scorecard, New Look Management won that point, but in a way they kind of lost it because they have 35 seconds. They had, was it 3.5 minutes?
3. It was like
minutes?
2:59 or something like that.
2.5 minutes on the clock for 1 point in a situation where they can't afford it. I mean, I'm not saying it's the worst tactical blunder in the world I've ever seen, but that was too long. Now they put themselves in a bad situation.
So just like going back to time management, I mean, we've been talking about this the whole time right now, and so 35 seconds could easily be 1:05, and with not blowing towels at the right time, it really, puts you in a tough spot. Not saying you can't win a 35-second point, but it's a lot easier to have, a minute on the clock.
Yeah. So, again, maybe now they're going to be in a situation. Remember, Nostradamus here. About 3 or 4 minutes ago, I said it's very likely they're going to find themselves in a sub-1 minute position where they're going to have to go kamikaze offense, which what I mean by that for you at home is that they're just going to have to send throw bodies, probably mostly through the middle, at high speed without stopping at bunkers.
Yeah.
It's a high-risk strategy. The odds are against them. If they had done that in this game, Jesters would not have been prepared for it. I think there would have been a better chance of the kamikaze attack working.
Yeah.
And they also would have had a better idea of how much clock they'd have left very fast.
Yeah, I agree with you. Now you obviously know what they're going to do,
They have
right?
no choice. If I'm Jesters, I get all my guns pointed up the middle because realistically that's where all the bodies have to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming well, I bet you they send someone around the Dorito 1 and up. Obviously someone to snake on the break.
Sure.
I'll be surprised if they didn't at least. And then, I could see 1 up the middle off the very get-go and then 2 back center maybe delaying up, something like that.
If you got 2 back center delaying up, and I'm fine with that, they got to shoot, and after 5 seconds they need to be gone.
Yeah.
They should not then tuck into home. They should take their lane shots off the break and work or don't work, you then go upfield.
If you get a kill, though, it's huge.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Big point for New Look.
Looks like he's up and out. Ooh.
Good push to the middle.
Man, I think they made it all alive.
Yeah.
Yep.
Looking good
They're
so
going
far.
to their
5
command.
alive.
We got shot to their command. I think there's 2, 3.
2 walking off. And it's petering out. So there's 15 seconds left. Another player walking off.
There's another
fourth
one.
player walking
I think
off.
that's game.
That's it, yeah. So, they were in a situation where they were too predictable.
Yep.
Jesters are going to try to go for the win themselves. 1 second. Oh, I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know if he got it or not.
It's a little risky.
Oh, going for it at the end in case you got a hit on you? Yeah, a major would be bad. Yeah, so just simply put, the New Look management put themselves in a situation where they were predictable, and if you're predictable, it's easy to defend against, and that's what we just watched. So
yeah,
I am glad that New Look management managed to come through their controversial last month and get on the field and play and look pretty good, but maybe take the off season and re-gel a little bit as a team.
Yeah,
All right.
Now's the time.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us in the match. I hope you had a good time. Hopefully you can join us again, I hope.
No, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Misfits moving into the playoffs?
Yeah, we went 4-0, like I said earlier.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're looking good moving into the playoffs.
And playoff starts?
That's a good question. We've been asking that because the schedule's not up.
It's not up for tomorrow.
So we're hoping we have Saturday off, to go have some fun. But I'm assuming we'll have at least one tomorrow.
Yeah, and then Sunday for the deeper in the playoffs.
Yep, exactly.
Well, I hope to see you there.
Cool. Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you guys. We're going to take a little break, and we'll be back with our next match.